So I got asked recently in comments what I would do if I got to spend a week with Jack. However, the question was posted to one of my stories, and by the time I saw it, the story had expired, and you can't reply to comments on expired stories. Still, I thought I would make a nice long video here answering that question with a whole lot of rambling, because who knows? Maybe if I put it out there in the universe, we can all manifest a positive miracle for my financial situation so this can happen. Because it's something that I've put a lot of thought into. And it's something that I've discussed with Jack, and it's something I've discussed with Karma. For one thing, Karma and I agree that because I would have to take so many different cosplay pieces, which would mean I would have to take extra luggage, that it would be better to go in a sleeper car in a train, which, if I'm right, it takes about 3 to 4 days to get from California to New York by train. It's just better than trying to go on a plane because I'd have to spend extra money for the extra luggage. And truthfully, to do everything that we can't do, I think it would have to be more like 2 or 3 weeks rather than a week. Now, don't worry, Jack and Shane. I will not stay at the house. I promise. I will get a motel, not an Airbnb. I find the whole concept of Airbnbs creepy, and you could not pay me to stay at one. But a motel, besides that, between my allergies and my food sensory issues with the autism, it's just better that I buy my own meals or find a motel that happens to have a kitchenette so I can cook for myself. Though, Jack, I still want my Eldritch Horror chocolate chip waffle that I asked you to make when I can finally meet you, okay? That's a must. It's got to be an Eldritch Horror chocolate chip waffle. Like poor Sherbert, who never gets any love, but he was blueberry, not chocolate chip. And let's face it, Jack and Shane are very busy people. They've got book signings and speaking engagements. So even if we arrange this for an entire month that they will be in town, they're still going to have other things and other commitments that they're going to have to do. And there's going to be days that I'm left to my own devices, which is fine. I can go do historical tours, or I could go to get a pedicure or something. I'll find something to do, don't worry. But as for non-story related things I would like to do, one, I would really love it if we could go on a proper ghost hunt. I have never been on a proper ghost hunt. I've only done things like tour the Washoe Club in Virginia City, Nevada, and I've done that multiple times, but I've never been on a proper ghost hunt, and I would love to do a proper ghost hunt. Another thing I would like to do is I've always wanted to try aura photography. And yes, there is a place in Laguna Beach, California where I could go and get it done, but I don't have anyone really close by to go with me. And even though there are Fang Fam members here in California, they live a little bit far away. And I just can't go by myself for multiple reasons. One is that I am an extremely easy pushover when it comes to being oversold stuff, so I kind of need somebody there to be able to say no for me. I don't know if it's because I'm autistic or because I was raised by silent generation parents who think women have to be people pleasers, but it's very hard for me to say no when salespeople are like, oh, you want this and this and this and this. No, but I really want to try aura photography. Story stuff. Jack and I have already talked about filming a flashback to when Claire, back when she was Vampire Fangirl, first entering the manor and meeting Jack for the first time. This is something I would really love to do to really establish in canon how she came to be there, how Constance came to be there. Speaking of Constance, I would love to do a actual fight, physical fight between her and Aiden. I'm not very good at the choreographed stuff, but I'm sure we could work something out. But I would love to have Constance and Aiden finally actually physically fight for real. I would love to actually film Aiden biting Claire back when she was Vampire Fangirl, so people can see the pain and horror and terror on her face while his fangs are stuck into her neck, and he's feeding on her without her consent. I would also love to do sire and progeny bonding time. And I would love to do videos with Shane of Claire and Annie bonding, because while Claire's mother Ruth did love her, she was disappointed in her. And it would be nice for Claire to have a mother figure who's not like Constance, who does have conditions on her love, truthfully, just like Ruth had conditions on her love for her daughter. Have her bond with a mother figure who can actually love her unconditionally and doesn't try to make her more ladylike or change her into a clone of her like Constance is trying to do. So that's some of the stuff I would like to do. And there's probably a whole lot more. There's probably stuff Jack would like to do with me in person. So let's manifest this and make it happen, because I don't have the money to do it.